Hi everyone, I am excited to share a project that I've been working on. It's called AI Member of Parliament, or AIMP for short. In Singapore, MPs hold Meet the People sessions to understand the issues that residents face. Because MPs are familiar with current policies and past cases, they can decide on appropriate actions, such as writing appeal letters to relevant organizations. These sessions often have long queues, which raises the question, why not maintain a database of past cases so that new cases can be referenced and processed more systematically? That's the idea behind AIMP. It's an event-driven agentic system that automates the workflow of such Meet the People sessions. We will go through a few examples that illustrate this pipeline. We'll emulate an MP called Daniel Wong serving in the Tampines GRC. Currently, we are looking at the AIMP dashboard, which is visible to the MP and their volunteers. We have a list of existing cases in the center, a table of events in the bottom left, and two features on the bottom right. To start the case, residents fill out this form with relevant fields. I'm using a synthetic dataset of cases that residents might bring up, so all the individuals and NRICs shown are fake. In this case, the issue is about renting a HDB flat. Once submitted, the case is placed into an asynchronous queue using salary. The case is then picked up by an agent for processing. The agent categorizes the issue, retrieves similar cases and relevant events using TiDB's vector search and indices, and then decides the next action. In this particular case, we see that the agent decides to write an appeal letter and it justifies the reason for doing so. The agent then simulates mailing the drafted letter. To demonstrate this, I've set up a mock SMTP server on the upper left terminal that simply prints out the email. And you can see that the appeal email has been sent. You can see that the case has been logged into the database with the status pending. Captured emails also appear in this interface, which tracks all the messages sent by the MP. Now let's simulate a reply from the organization. For the demo, I've created an API endpoint to post a reply, and we suppose that the organization accepts the appeal. We make a curl post request to the API endpoint and the task is again placed in the asynchronous queue. Over here, the agent has recognized that the appeal has succeeded, so it takes the action of directly responding to the resident. We can see that the reply email has also been logged in the SMTP server. The agent then updates the successful status in the database along with the additional context for future reference. Now we simulate another case. This case is about the early withdrawal of CPF due to medical conditions, which is very similar to a case that has been rejected before. Ideally, the agent should recognize this and not submit yet another appeal letter. However, we actually see that the agent is pretty humanitarian here. It did reference the previous case, but it acknowledges that there are some slight differences between the two cases and decides to submit another appeal to help out the resident. The subsequent process is similar. Now we take a look at the additional features. The AIMP system can generate summaries of outstanding issues in the database to prepare the actual MP for their parliamentary speech. As an example, there is currently a case pending Parliament attention regarding bursary requirements. The MP just needs to input that subject in the text field and click Generate Speech, and the draft speech will be created. Another feature is event integration. So policy updates, parliamentary announcements, and news articles can all be ingested as event sources and stored in the events table. This provides additional context for the agent when processing cases. In particular, when an event is ingested, all outstanding tasks are processed again to see if they can be closed. In conclusion, AIMP is an event-driven agentic system that explores how Meet the People sessions could be reimagined. At best, it can automate much of the workflow, and at minimum, it provides MPs with a reliable bookkeeping system to track case statuses and follow-ups.